is not an environment that you can think that, yes, you have it all today, and tomorrow it becomes obsolete. You find out that those days we used to use XP, Windows 95. Somebody was talking about Java yesterday. I said Java, okay. Python, Sniper, all those new things. So I was never idle, and I want to give all the glory to God. The time I was going to move into, I've been in that IT space. I was roaming around that space. The time I wanted to move into Airtel, I got a job with Glo. I got a job with Airtel. I got a job with about 3 or 4 of them same time. And I had to pick and choose. What you have to do is that develop yourself. Opportunities will meet preparation. The time I was moving to Airtel, I had 2 Airtel jobs at the same time. I did an interview in Ibadan, and I didn't know that I came first. And they called me for another interview in Lagos. And I went for the interview in Lagos, and the interview I did in Lagos, Airtel office used to be on Uyinjo. I'd not even gotten out of Uyinjo before they called me and said, Lara, they've picked you in Ibadan, but we want you in Lagos. We picked you for another job. Now 2 different skill sets for the 2 interviews. I was picked for network administrator because I had Cisco. And I was picked for what did they pick me for in Ibadan? Support system, because I had another set of skills to support that. So when you're looking for a job, don't just sit. Look for gaps where you are. Look for things that is in popular demand, but you have few people in that space. That makes you competitive, and it gives you a competitive advantage. When I was in IT, they used to have Unix, and Sun Solar used to be a flavor of Unix. We were very few in that space. We were like, there's an IT exam that the peak of it that I have at. The time I wanted to do it, we were just 20 in Nigeria. So anywhere I will drop my CV, they will call me. And I never used to drop CV, because it's a network. Diamond Bank gave me a job one time. I got their letter. I didn't take it. I have so many GTB, all of them, they gave me jobs. Look for something that not everybody is doing it. It's the toughest, but it gives you a competitive edge.
Thank you so much. Brilliant answers, to that. I hope we are taking notes. So there is a point of certification. Being very good at what you do is very important. You cannot have the bones of a chicken and you think you are going to fly like eagle. It's impossible. Are we together on that? So, and that is one thing that I think I could pick from what she said. Yes, she talked about grace. But guess what? Somebody who didn't go to church, who didn't believe in God and all of that, with all the certification, we still get our job. Do you believe it or not? So sometimes we have to be very factual. Yes, there is a place of grace. But guess what? The job that you are doing, grace cannot make them to pick a mechanic to go and do it. And what we are trying to tell ourselves is there's need for us to be prepared. And when you are prepared, grace will obviously locate you. And also talk about, when you are talking, one thing that occurred to me was when the Bible said, and I always talk about people carving a niche for themselves. It's also in the Bible. It said that the road that leads to hell is what? Is broad. Many people go through it. But the one that goes to heaven is what? Is very narrow. Few people go through it. And as champion, we are saying that this is the time for us to stretch ourselves. Try to be the best. If you are 90, do certification. If you are whatever you have chosen to do, just do it well. Edatayo, while you are in service, and even now, but I'm more particular about when you are in service. And I'm saying this because sometimes people will feel that they are stuck in their career. Okay, so when you are in service, what are the challenges that you faced? How did you encourage yourself? And how did you overcome them?
Right. I mean, you cannot work for people and not face challenges because their vision is not the same as yours. And there's always an assumption that when you get a job, it will be easy. That's a lie. Oh. The moment the easiest time in your life is when you are in school. The moment you start to work, go easy more. Because your time at work, even your time at home is already paid for, irrespective of the amount given to you. Your boss can call you anytime, and you have to answer. And they ask you to travel even when you are ill. You travel. So there are challenges, of course. It's a daily thing. But the one I will just share with you is, when you work in a structured environment like a United Nations structure, you expect that you'll be promoted at the right time. This is the time when you work for this number of years and you don't have this number of queries, and this is the promotion. Everything is written down. Rules, there are rules governing everything. And you've done well. I didn't get any promotion for 9 years. And they were employing new people. And when they employ new people, they will send them to me in Lagos to onboard them. Because I tell you, if you join UNICEF, they have to onboard you, because if two of us are seated there and we are talking, and all of you are here, you will not understand what we are saying. They use a lot of acronyms. When you prepare the PPA and you put it in the PA, you put it in the DPP, so you're going to get AC. Am I saying anything? But both of us will understand what we are saying. So for you coming in, they have to onboard you. They will send them to me to onboard them, and they will come up to be my senior. And I add, in the UN, you have what to do. What to do is you report that infraction to the ombudsperson. But if you are smart enough, you will not take that route. Because when you report, what you are doing is you are reporting your bosses that they are not doing the right thing. The moment you do that, they will do the right thing, but you are on your way out. Just make one mistake like this, they will capitalize on it, and they will send you out. Because most of them are international staff. They are not Nigerians. They are from different parts of the world. And you don't know how they knew themselves, So I refused. They told me, they begged me, tell the ombudsperson. Then they moved us out of Ibadan to Lagos. And I ended up doing 3 people's job, any one person's salary. At times I would close at 11 p.m. at night when others would have left at 4, and they're earning twice my salary. Those are problems you see. But I just stayed there, and I believe that when it's my turn, there will be a miracle that all of them will not be able to understand. To cut the long story short, the position that I applied for, I myself, I know that I don't have competence for that one. I read different, I love to read. So economics, started with economics, went to MBA, went to IT, went to information science, PA, reading. But that particular position, I know I don't have competence for it. But last day of application, I threw in my application. And they shortlisted me, surprisingly. I heard that I was shortlisted a day to the interview. So I was not prepared. And you have to do written interview. I wrote the interview, I came out. I slept throughout the night. I didn't do anything. So when I got there, these questions are not that difficult too. I did the thing, I forgot it. 1 month after, which is unusual, within 1 week, they would have done the thing and call. 1 month, they just called, you need to go and do oral interview in Abuja. What was on my mind was, at least I'm going to get DSA. I'll get money and I'll stay in Sheraton for 3 days, enjoy myself. I got there, did that interview. While entering the interview room,